I sure do like these tater tots so well.
Will, tell me a story about when you were born.
How tall were you when you were born? 3 feet tall?
Yeah, actually, how big were you when you were born?
How tall were you?
2.
2 what?
Next question.
2 babies tall?
All I know is I was in a Motley Crue concert when my mama was pregnant.
No, you were just watching the video and you made us all watch it.
You know what has nothing to do with Motley Crue? This is Help What You Think, America's only Midwest paranormal podcast where we're really drunk, and we went to the Cigar Bar earlier today. We have a special guest here tonight, but I'm going to announce him last. I am joined here today by my shaven co-host that I said he was shaving before last time. He's shaving again. He's Isaac Ciafas.
I haven't drank it all tonight, Ty.
We have the sweatshirt, backwards sweatshirt wearing, no, that's frontwards.
Yeah, this is.
It's green. It doesn't matter.
Frontwards wearing sweatshirt, man. I guess regular wearing sweatshirt, man. Jason Smith.
I think Tyler's also been drinking tonight.
And Josh Quinn wearing a flannel.
Who's the secret guest, Ty?
What?
I already
Fuck,
said that.
I mean, shit.
Screw you, Isaac. This is my intro time.
Josh Quinn.
I would like to use my intro time to say Isaac is a bastard man.
Man, we're going to get canceled. And we have a special guest here tonight. It is Will Jackson.
Howdy, folks.
Bill Young.
Will Young. So today, Isaac wrote more words down than I've ever seen him write before.
Right?
Mr. Pettigene, you better be listening to our podcast.
Tyler, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read these words that I done wrote.
We're really drunk tonight. We're drinking. What are we drinking tonight? We're drinking hams.
Oh, buddy.
We're drinking martinis.
What
We're
are we
drinking
not
Dunkin'
drinking?
whiskey. We're drinking some Corbel. We had some Pecatonica.
Beer.
We got some Bush. Will loves Bush.
Will loves Bush.
Not really.
Well, look my
Not
face.
that kind of Bush. And Jason's drinking some Corbel.
Oh, you know it.
Hey, so Isaac, tell us about that crazy little place you ride dirt bikes by.
Listen here, fellas. We're going to talk about a little place in Wisconsin called Aztalan.
I've heard of that.
Have you?
I've heard of that.
Have you heard of Aztalan?
Yes.
I never have.
What'd you say?
I never have.
Who is that?
That's Jason.
Jason!
He's had a few beers.
Minnesota, right?
He's from Minnesota.
Yeah, I
I'm not
understand.
from Minnesota.
So, what do you know about the Aztecs?
The Aztecs are from Mexico.
Do you know anything about them?
That they're from
Do you know
Central
anything?
Mexico.
You just hold tight. I'm going to learn you, fella. It don't matter what I'm talking about. Anywho, if you ride dirt bikes, Will, you ride dirt bikes?
Yes, sir.
Have you rode at Aztalan?
Yes, sir.
Have you went to the burial mounds?
No, sir.
Come over here and give me a kiss, and I'm taking you there tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right. You're going to learn something tonight. This is interesting, actually. So, Aztalan, right? Go to Azzy, which is by present-day Lake Mills. Okay? If for those of you who don't know.
Like Mills, Wisconsin.
Yeah. So, Azzy, as it stands right now, is a historical village. If you go there, it's like a bunch of old buildings to preserve from the early 1800s, from like when the white man civilized it, right? Before,
I don't know where you're going with that. You're looking at me like I'm supposed to say
well, I
something.
didn't want you to tase me
The
thinking I
white
would say
man
something
civilized it.
wrong.
So
Like
there's some settlers there. There were some other people there before, potentially.
the Indians, okay?
Yep.
So
The Indians. Jeez.
Azzy is Indian burial mounds, but right now, as it sits, a historical village, it's like over the years, right? So it's from all aspects of it. It's really cool. They brought in all the buildings that they could preserve throughout the years and made this little village about it. But it's like kind of separate. So here's
So
the
there's
village,
Aztalan, the town, and then there's Aztalan, the mound.
but they're like touching each other.
They're touching each other.
Yeah, like
Inappropriately?
Aztalan, the town is like 2 houses and a bar,
Okay.
which is a bomb bar. It's
great
bumping.
bar.
They got good chicken strips. They got good tots and a twisted tea. They're right.
Hell yeah.
What do you say
Anyway,
about that, Will?
So, about Aztalan.
so yeah, here we go. I wrote all this down, you know. So right now, as it sits, if you roll up to Azzy, okay, I'm going by memory now. I'm not reading this because I want to be real.
You're too drunk to read at this.
That, Tyler, the listeners can't read me. Anywho, you roll up there. There is profound mounds. You can see them, right? It's right on the road.
Yeah.
I don't know what the road name is.
151.
It's probably
I
like
think it's on-
N or H or Albuquerque. What's he looking at? What's he doing?
I'm looking at a map.
Yeah.
Oh,
fact,
shit.
fact check us, Jason, when you
Sorry,
get a chance.
never mind. Sorry. Yeah.
Jason
So-
is currently fact checking us, and he has found that the place is named Aztalan. So that's part's correct.
I mean, we're going to get to what that means later on. Tyler knows the history here. So right now we're focusing on not the historical village of Aztalan as far as like once it was colonized by Europeans, but we're focusing on the indigenous aspect of it. So indigenously, is that a word? Did I say that?
Yes, you're good.
Right?
Keep going.
Whoa! Yeah.
3
you know
point-
hams.
3 points for Isaac. Let's go.
Yeah. So
William,
right,
just open up.
Wow, gonna have another hams. I will spill on your floor, I promise.
anywho, so there's 4 main mounds. One of them is pretty big. I just went there like 2 weeks ago to reiterate what I was typing here.
Were you doing some on-site research?
He
for that?
he actually did.
No, I'm not joking.
Isaac called me. He was like, "Hey, I'm in Azzy right now doing some research." I'm like, "Good job, buddy." I don't think I've ever went on site for any of these.
It's right next to the dirt bike
podcast.
track. It wasn't like a
He was drinking a beer.
Yeah, I had a beer. Anyway, so there's 4 main mounds at Azzy, which I'll get into this later on, but we don't necessarily know what the mounds, I'm doing air quotes for you can't see me, don't know what the mounds are there for, right? Everyone says they're not burial mounds. I'll get into that a little bit later on about what you guys know about where we grew up with the mounds. So right now, I'm going to tell you about the 4 main mounds. So there's a southwest mound. It's not a burial mound, so they say, but it was most likely used for rituals, right?
Yep.
And they even admit it was probably used for like sacrifices, whatever, they're trying to please a god of some sort for rain or whatever for their crops. There's another mound on the northwest side, substantially smaller. So the original mound's like this way, like 20 feet high. Right now, 20 feet high by 40 feet long.
Do they have shapes?
They're all
Or are they just circle
squares,
mounds?
rectangles. I'll get into that, Will.
Are they shaped like mounds?
You're lucky you're so far away from me. I'd throw a hams at you.
Like too nice.
Yeah, they're
mounds?
nice. So the northwest platform. Oh, I got it wrote down here. It was only 5 foot high originally. That's not very tall. Will, I'm almost 5 foot tall. Almost.
So it was almost as tall as you.
Almost. No, it was taller than me. But it's been greatly reduced by cultivation.
It's a big word for you.
They're
Yeah.
tilling the mounds.
Or are they cultivated?
Evidently, I don't know. I'm not the scientist that wrote all the articles about this.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
mean-
matter. We're not worried about the
If there are
northwest
any,
mound.
if there are any female listeners out there, Isaac would like to till your mounds.
I'm
Okay.
not good at gardening.
Yeah, we're gonna just give a little history lesson. So Wisconsin does have a lot of ancient, indigenous burial mounds that have turned into farms. So a lot of these places were cultivated. They grow corn, they grow whatever else there. And sometimes after the fact, they're like, "Hey, you can't farm here anymore. It's a historical place." Other times, you're able to go out there and find a bunch of arrowheads. What do you think of that chicken there, Will?
It was cold.
Well, and I'm going to get into another way of how a couple of these mounds were probably formed, but I don't know the word, and I'm going to hope that Tyler and Josh know it because they're scientists.
Jason's a scientist.
Jason is also a scientist.
Will's a
Jason's from
scientist.
Michigan.
This is a house of learned doctors.
He's our power plant. We've said it in prior episodes.
Will's a scientist for houses.
I'm a microbiologist for tardigrades.
Water bears, baby. Hit us up. Isaac.
Anywho, so never mind a northeast mound that's only as tall as me. The southeast mound, often referred to as the grave knoll. This is the word I'm going to bring up that you guys all have to tell
What,
me what it
knoll?
is. No. It has been shown to be a small glacial cami.
That's his cultivation. The word you're pointing at is cultivation.
What are you reading? Kame. Glacial cami!
Kame.
What is that?
Kame.
Imagine it's like when the glaciers went through, they made a mound, right?
It's a came. So it's a glacial landform. So a came or knob.
Who named these
So
things?
no one knew what it was. They're looking it up on
It's
Google.
a
And I don't feel as stupid anymore.
Gravel or till that accumulates in a depression on a retreating glacier, and then it's deposited on the land surfaces.
Can you,
Listen, Michigan.
Jason, can you please look up if a came is similar to a drumlin?
So isn't like the drumlin like just the landscape that has like all like the little depressions that fill in with water and stuff?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I'm just saying that as I'm like trying to fact check.
So we're about 10 minutes in right now. We haven't really even talked about the mounds yet. Isaac, we'll stop interrupting you. Please tell us some more.
So this mound was modified by the Aztecs.
The Aztecs, they're from Mexico.
No, these are the Aztecs.
Oh.
Allow me to indulge your ears. So there's a fifth mound. I only mentioned 3, but I'm on the 5th one now. This one is going to blow your mind.
My mind's blown.
It's like really, it's actually kind of, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of spooky because they built this whole village, like I said, once, the Europeans inhabited it. There's this mound that's way away from all the rest of the mounds, and it's a burial mound for a princess. This young woman, very young, died. We don't know how. She was buried on her back, wrapped around with 3 belts, 3 sections belts.
So they like mummified her.
Kind of.
But they didn't do the treatment. They just buried her in wrappings.
Yes.
Okay.
And like fancy belts made from different seashells.
They seashells
Seashells.
in Wisconsin.
Yes. That's the weird part. So that's like where I'm kind of bringing this all as a whole, like as far as the Aztecs and Aztalan in Wisconsin, like the fact that they got, I'm going to get into it, but this lady was, we have some seashells around here, right? From fucking, piss. Like some, like
there's a few
shells,
there's a few clams. There's but there's nothing that's like.
Hey, our state dinosaur is the trilobite.
You were,
we have a lot of them.
I mean, Michigan had like the mastodon, which is a hell of a lot.
You guys are
like that band.
troglodytes, so don't you talk about our fossil that way.
I like Mastodon the band, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Brent Hines.
All right.
Anywho, they talk about all these beads on all these belts that they have on her, and they're saying they're imported from the Gulf Coast. The scientists are saying that, right?
Yep.
So the
They
Gulf
also
Coast
found-
obviously is down by Mexico, right?
They also found
The
a lot
Gulf
of
of America?
copper from like the UP up there too.
Gulf of America now.
Yeah. So it's very far away from Michigan. I
Correct.
understand it's hard for you to grasp, Jason.
He's from Minnesota.
I get them confused. It's the same state. Anywho, the fact that they had these shells up there tells you that how connected they are with these Mississippian.
So there must have been like a trade route. So the crazy thing, and I might bring this up a little early, but you did mention it before, Aztalan. What did that mean for the Aztecs?
Tyler, you're skipping way ahead.
I'm skipping way ahead. I could pause.
So Aztalan is the Aztecs' home city. So hold on, I have to skip way ahead now.
All right.
I know it's straight line or something.
No.
Aztec was Aztalan, was Aztec's home city. And they don't know where that was. But according to scientists, it's in either New Mexico, Southwest Texas, or Northern Mexico.
Yeah, because they had like the story where they followed like the eagle until it landed with
Right.
the snake. Okay. And
Yes.
then that's where they did the Mexico City.
Exactly.
So the crazy thing is back in the day, but we know the Aztecs as the Aztecs, right?
Yep.
Before they were called the Aztecs, they were the Mexica. So anytime a archaeologist would bring up the Aztecs, pre-Aztec word, they'd be like the Mexican culture, the Mexican, this stuff, and they got confused with just regular Mexican culture.
What about the Mohicans? Because that was a good movie.
There's only one of them.
Different thing.
There was a last of them. But anyway, so they changed the name of the Mexican people to the Aztecs because that was their homeland or whatever, and it was a way to differentiate them from the Mexican, people.
Yep.
So they changed the name of that. I mean, I know we have another really big mound.
I'm getting to that.
Isaac's getting to that. It was the biggest city, correct?
I'm getting to that.
Let's hear it.
So anyway, as Tyler was saying,
Tell me about the mounds.
the correlation between what I'm talking about and the indigenous Mexicans was this group called the Mississippians, which was
Yep.
an indigenous tribe that lived all up and down the Mississippi River, which is the whole frickin' country.
Yep.
Top to bottom, Midwest, right? So clearly, somehow, in order for the Mississippians to get that name up to us, they had to know about the Mexican Indians, right?
Yep.
So this site where Azzy is was always inhabited by Native Americans from us. And they're constantly like talking about how they connected with these group from the Mississippi that came up, and they kept bringing up stuff from Cahokia, which Tyler was talking about, which Cahokia should be its own episode, but we're kind of bringing it in here.
We will do our own episode on
but
Cahokia.
Cahokia, if you've never been there, is one of the most amazing things that you can see. Like, it's on it's a World Heritage Site, UNESCO. Like, it's like an important thing.
It's
the largest city in the world, right?
Yeah.
What?
During the time of the Romans.
At the time of its height, it was the largest city in the world.
It
had
10 to 20,000 people.
It actually had it had a sun and a moon temple, very similar to the Aztec cultural cities that we see when the Spanish first arrived. And it had very similar both religious and royal structures from what we can tell from their history. It also, the Mississippian culture from the central United States was actually what scientists and historians think was one of the largest empires in North America at the time. And it's very confused now because it's just called the Mississippian culture, and a lot of people just associate it with the Mississippi River. But the other name that they use for it for archaeologists is the mound builders. And they are
They all copy each other.
They are basically the culture that built all of the Native American burial mounds throughout the Americas over the course of 800 years.
If you go to ASI, they have a map of all of their sites, and it's crazy.
And Wisconsin is actually the highest density of burial mounds in North America.
Where is Cahokia? I never heard of this place.
So
It's by
Cahokia
St. Louis.
is right outside of St. Louis on the Illinois side.
Yeah.
So
if you're taking the freeway in, you can just literally just look off to your right, and there is just a giant, massive mound.
Well, you don't want to confuse it with the garbage dump, which is unfortunately taller than Cahokia
It
now.
didn't used to be when we were kids, but now it is taller than Cahokia.
So right now, Cahokia has had approximately 120 mounds. The largest one, as of now, is 100 feet high, which used to obviously be a lot higher. But the weird part to me is that the base of the tallest mound is almost the exact size of the base of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which I think is weird.
You're telling us all this weird stuff. This is what you think. The opinion that we're supposed to form is we think that Native Americans up here are connected with
Listen,
the Aztecs?
I was supposed to get in this whole thing, and you guys were supposed to get in this other side topic with me. But you guys are getting all these weird side topics before I got there.
I'm going to be honest, guys. I have an entire at least 15 to 20 minutes of tinfoil hat more about Aztalan.
Nope. You were supposed to get into me with the burial mounds
because
giant burial mounds.
You haven't even talked about the lake structures.
I know. What are we yelling about?
So this is going to be one of those.
You guys
hey, Isaac, we should calm down a little bit. This is going to be one of those crazy things where we're not going to just have one episode about Aztalan. We're going to have multiple episodes. This is part one. We're not going to do it in a series because we're too drunk for that right now.
Can we do it immediately after this?
We could.
Well, the
Depends on
listeners
how
know.
much chicken we eat.
Next week, listeners can know. So the first week will be.
Oh, dude, we have a whole nother episode, Ty.
We do have a full nother. We might even have two, baby.
Ty, now I'm stressed out.
There's a whole
That's all right. We're 20 minutes in.
Ty, drink another gin.
I'm drinking gin right now.
Okay.
But here's the thing. So, okay, Isaac explained that there were seashells and other things in Aztalan that were connected to the Aztecs, right?
And just keep in mind, Isaac has a lot more to indulge to you.
He has a lot more to
simple-minded
indulge in.
folks.
So the little bit that we got right now, how'd they get the seashells up there? Is there a connection to the Aztecs?
Without reading forward, Josh, and whatever your name is.
Okay, so
It's Jason, isn't it?
yeah, okay. This is a special moment for the podcast. He finally learned my name. I feel
Jeff!
very seen right now.
It's Jeff, right?
It's close enough. Soon he'll know where I'm from. But so with this being right on the Rock River, that is a tributary of the Mississippi, that does make it very possible that, trade does happen up and down the Mississippi. They found copper from the copper country up where I'm from, all over the place, everywhere from Minnesota, the Midwest, down to Mexico, and even further around. It's very pure copper. They can trace it that it is from there.
Right.
So close to the surface.
So you think
But imagine how hard it was back then.
connection between the Wisconsin indigenous people and the Aztecs.
100%. Like,
Okay.
That's
They're
as
right
far
on the
as you can go,
Mississippi.
Jason.
you could go further.
Are you going to row a boat that far? I ran
All right,
9
I
miles
wouldn't,
last
but you
night.
could.
Isaac, what do you
I
think
ran
about this?
9 miles last
Do
night.
you think the Aztecs and the Azzy boys are connected?
Yes.
That's it. Okay. Josh, what do you think about that?
I'm going to tell you, listeners, right now, I don't think you're ready to understand what they were connected for and
This is
why.
going to be a completely separate side episode.
I still have
But I
half
am-
of what I wrote.
But I am telling you, not only are they connected, but they are united in one common goal
Against a...
against a common foe.
Oh, and then we'll hear about the next episode. Well, what do you think? Have you heard about any of this before?
No.
Really?
I've just heard of Aztalan as it being a Indian place.
Well, we're going to go there and we're going to hold each other's hand.
But do you think they're connected to the Aztecs up here? Way up here?
possibly.
Have you heard of
curious
any of
about
this?
the
Cahokia.
timelines. I'm curious about the timelines of when the Azzies and the Aztecs were actually.
Oh, I have all
were
those,
they
buddy.
around
Did I
at the
miss
same
that part?
time?
We'll do that in the next episode.
I
We'll
actually
do a
should have
couple
said
fact
that.
checks.
I'm sorry. That has to come up. I'll bring it up again. But the Aztalan Indians from the Mississippians were there from 1100 to 1250 AD.
So during the Aztec Empire.
But before that, obviously, our Native American Indians were already there.
Yep.
And they're like intermingling. So they were there for 1,050 years. That's more than 4.
That's more than 4.
It's more than
This
we
is
did.
Tyler.
That's a long time, William.
So I don't know. I don't know what to think because we have another episode. We're drinking hams. We're drinking Corbel. We're drinking whiskey. We had a lot of cigars tonight. I got some gin that looks like a fucking...
Tell them we're going to do the episode right after this
We're going to do the episode right after this before we forget. This is Up What You Think.